Yeah, man. Trying to kill me, bro. Tried to kill my oldest daughter. Tried to kill my 7-week-old daughter. What they did with my 7-week-old daughter was this through Dr. Sue, Riverside Hospital. Now, if you remember through documents, I showed you about the Riverside Hospital where they used the doctor that looked like Colin Twigley with Dr. Antoine with the blue eyes, Riverside Hospital. So what they did with my 7-week-old daughter was mm, her midwife. And my daughter was born at the house. She was born in the house. She'd never been to a hospital. The midwife came here. My wife was about to go. She just had her in the bedroom upstairs. The girl was healthy. Midwife came. She did 3 post appointments. Was fine. The last appointment, she sent us back to her midwife at the clinic. She went on vacation. This younger girl tells us my daughter has a heart murmur. She heard a heart murmur through the stethoscope, which I thought was weird anyways, but it's a little kid, 7 weeks or not even 7 weeks, so we're gonna get that. She recommended that we get it checked out by a pediatrician. So we go to see Dr. Suk, Korean doctor at the Riverside Clinic, family clinic. Riverside Hospital, I got into it a little bit earlier, but it's going to play an even more significant with Dr. Suk. So it's all mental, right? They try to get in your head. So Dr. Suk does a physical exam, visual exam, puts a stethoscope to her chest and says she has a heart murmur. This is a clinical test. I mean, an infant's heart is just developing. It's gonna have the irregular beats. I mean, it's not gonna be normal, but there was no clinical test done, but she was diagnosed. They were trying to misdiagnose my daughter. How I know this is because my oldest daughter, who's 27, yesterday, God bless her heart, has a younger brother. He's 3 years old, I think maybe 5 or 6, Franzi now. He was diagnosed with a heart murmur, heart defect when he was young. He, I think through 10 surgeries later, and a trachea, a hole in his neck. He eventually went to Toronto, CHEO, the Toronto Children's Hospital, where there was nothing wrong with him. So that's why I was skeptical right away at any heart diagnosis anyway. So it was almost like I was already on to the misdiagnosis. So it was my intuition that they were gonna do something to her there. Yeah, so we're gonna get into more with documents. So this is what they're doing. So I have a bullet in my leg. I got shot 2007, just shortly after I reported the death of Kelly Morrison in my driveway, bullet in my leg. So no one's taking this bullet out. I went through several doctors. I'll show you the documentation when we get upstairs, and I'll get into this a little bit later on. No one's taking this bullet out. I have a feeling this bullet is a tracking device, or it's some kind of tracker that the Canadian government is actually has in my leg. I've gone to several doctors who've x-rayed it, and they've actually refused to take it out. I'll upload the videos. It's gotten so bad going to doctors, and trying to request to get this taken out. A bullet in my leg. I'm talking a bullet that's still in my glute muscle that no one will take out because I've been tagged by the Canadian government, all right? Justin Trudeau. Yeah, so no one's taking this out. Just denied medical services through the board. Even just recently, I've been having mild seizures. I have a police report, Ottawa police report on one plant. I think they're tampering with my weed to cause me seizures. You'll see through the documents how I linked the Department of Justice to a corruption scandal that is actually stealing money from the CRA through my account through the Family Responsibility Office. That's just my individual account. how my social insurance number is fraud or doesn't exist, but I'm paying into like all this stuff and I'm paying into CPP, but I get denied CPP bullet. I have a bullet in my leg that sits on my sciatic nerve, and I've been denied CPP disability. Yeah, no, I can't get CPP disability. I've been denied. I'll show you the documents on why I've been denied. Someone feels that a bullet that's lodged on your sciatic nerve, that 3 doctors told you couldn't be taken out, and one doctor told me that I would probably have to go to a surgeon in the United States to get it taken out, but I don't qualify for disability under the Canadian system. This is because my social insurance number is fraudulent, and if I withdraw from the CPP while everyone's watching, they'll figure it out, right? So what they do, this is why federally they're having issues with they won't issue paid leave, sick paid leave. Well, part of the reason why they don't want to issue sick leave federally is because for all of us who social insurance numbers don't exist as Black and Indigenous people, if we withdraw from CPP, they'll all notice that our social insurance numbers don't exist. So that's why we're on a provincial system. All right? That's why you have 2 separate systems for CURB, right? You have CURB provincial. Why do you have CURB provincial and then CURB federal? Why isn't it just one fucking program if it all comes from the CRA? It's because some of us don't get the same shit as you. So what they're doing with my CURB, there's something else for you. They're garnishing my CURB wages. Yeah, for fro. Now they say they're garnishing it for fro, but I don't know fro money, and I'll show you documents from Lisa McLeod, my MPP at the time, who I sent documents to and complained about being entrapped to multiple times. Sent me a letter saying I don't owe fro anything. But fro is still, to this day, on my next CURB or EI check, will withdraw money for garnishment for fro on a fake social insurance number that doesn't exist. Figure that shit out. All right? This is what's going on with your Canadian government. Now, it gets better. It gets way, way better. And I'll be back.